Since 2019, we've been in this hall performing for a live audience, and it's the first time we're doing Kabuki in English here at PSU since 2017. So thank you all for coming tonight. You're going to see a wonderful show. You need to know who we are. We are a Japanese class, Japanese 408, 508, which is a Japanese workshop in performing Kabuki. Any student who signs up for this class will have a role on stage, no matter their background or ability. On stage, they'll do either acting with lines to deliver or dancing. We have a professional choreographer who supports us every step of the way with dance lessons and choreography. We have been working for 8 weeks to get this far. And I need to say that we're very much a part of the Japanese program. Every student you see, and this includes most of the alumni as well, we have alumni guests with us. Every student you see performing today is a Japanese language major or minor. This is not a drama department production. And the language department and how the Japanese section and how we teach Japanese really colors how we do this production. We do it trying to replicate actual Japanese experience. This begins in the first year classroom from practically week number 1. It includes not just speaking Japanese, but role-playing and taking the roles of Japanese of every age and gender. And it doesn't matter who you are in the class. If you're a man, you might be reading a woman's part, or vice versa. And sometimes, of course, you get to read and memorize the dialogue of someone who's more like you, a Japanese language learner. And our Japanese language staff teaches in this way, knowing that the deeper and closer you become, the better your language, cultural, social skills will become. We take this to practice and immersion in arts like, say, the tea ceremony. One of our professors is a master tea ceremony teacher, and they don't just look at tea ceremony, study it in books, they learn to do it. I take my students to Bonfest, one of the big Japanese-American festivals in summer, and you don't just go watch the Japanese-American community celebrate Bonfest. You participate, whatever your heritage. You do the Bon dances that honor your ancestors. You wear yukata, whatever your ethnic heritage, and they give you all the accoutrements you need, whether it's fans or towels, to do each dance, and enter into that experience. Now, the most intense entry into an experience of Japanese culture is probably this Kabuki class. We need to dress and speak not just exactly the way they do in Kabuki, but we need to approach it. And as far as the costumes are concerned, I am so fortunate to have as our costume designer my wife, who has been doing this for 35 years, Toshimi Tanaka. The beauty you're going to see in Act 2 is her creation. We've been buying used kimono for 35 years. We've been fortunate to get wonderful donations from our supporters. And when we need to, she and her team make kimono from scratch. Quite a few were made this year. And so that kind of beauty is essential to the Kabuki experience. You need to have wigs and makeup to go with these kimonos. If you just wear them with your normal Western face and Western hair, they are not looking like Kabuki. And so Toshimi, quite remarkably, and maybe the only one in North America to be able to do it, has learned how to make Kabuki wigs from scratch. It took over 20 for this particular production. And the students learn how to do their own Kabuki makeup just the way professional actors do. But what about this play? This play is a Kabuki play written in 1954. That's pretty recent, by Mishima Yukio, one of the great post-war authors. He's also the finest post-war Kabuki playwright. And he had a very cosmopolitan career, despite the fact that Kabuki is primarily for Japanese audiences. He wanted his plays to be performed abroad. He was using his plays as part of his Nobel Prize strategy. He engaged my teacher, Donald Keene, very early to translate his 5 modern no plays so they could be performed all around the world by local companies and by students. And in fact, those 5 plays in that anthology have been performed more often than any other Japanese play around the world. He may not have anticipated that his Kabuki plays would be performed around the world, and he really wanted to have some play produced on Broadway. That didn't work out for him before he died in 1970. But as someone pointed out, finally, here on Broadway, in a Mishima play. So I'm very happy from this that one of his great plays is being performed on Broadway. I keep talking about Kabuki. Can we truly replicate Kabuki? Can we be truly authentic? No, we can't. And we have to admit that. There are all sorts of limitations that we find that prevent us from being like grand Kabuki in Japan. First and foremost, Kabuki requires a hanamichi running through a flat audience to the very back of the house. With no flat audience, you can't have a hanamichi, and so our hanamichi is a tiny little one going from that exit to our stage. That's not a Kabuki hanamichi, but we'll make do with what we can have. Kabuki music is specialized and very rich, and we can't replicate that. We've come closer in the past when we've been able to bring my good friend Mark Oshima from Tokyo to lead the orchestra that you see seated over there. But he was ill this spring and couldn't come. So we decided it was time to get a little bit original with our Geza Orchestra, and you'll see 2 kopla and hear them in Act 2. Kopla are very, very rarely used in real Kabuki, but we want to do some original music if we can't do precisely Kabuki music. One of the big differences, of course, is that grand Kabuki, anyway, is performed only by men, and only by professional men. We're all Japanese. None of those 3 features are true of our Kabuki. We have men and women both performing. We have men performing women, and one man performing a woman, and we have several women performing men. That's because when they auditioned, it looked right to them, to us leaders. We obviously are not professionals. We're doing the very best we can to enter into the spirit of it. And our students have been working very hard. They're working very hard artistically, and you're going to see that. They also have taken very seriously issues about performing a genre which is not of your own ethnic heritage. Most of our performers are not Japanese nationals or Japanese Americans. Some are, and a large percentage of our professional staff are, but most of the students aren't. And so they're very conscious of what the implications might be, and they wrote a statement that you'll find in your program. Please take a look at that and know that I and the production staff fully support our students' sentiments. Now, having taught them for 8 weeks to become dancers and Kabuki actors, it's time to teach you a little bit about how to be a Kabuki audience. Kabuki audiences are a little bit different than ours. The first thing is they applaud whenever they see something that they like. So don't feel like you have to wait till the very end and the curtain closes. Applaud whenever you like. They also will shout from time to time. That's acceptable. What do Kabuki audiences shout? Mainly the names of actors. Now, for example, a famous actor's name, Omodakaya, his stage name. And so from the audience, I go, Omodakaya! Or if someone's doing a particularly good job, they might say, that's great, and say the name, say Narita. Naritaya! Omigoto! Sometimes they say, Matte imashita! That means I was but don't struggle with this. If you have a friend or a family member and you know their name, you can shout, Taylor! Michael, you rock! So I guess the other thing is, I have to tell you, the program is not entirely Kabuki plays. We have some independently standing dances, some of them built into a vignette you're going to see again in a moment. It's not a Kabuki play. How can you tell whether you're watching a Kabuki play or you're watching dances that are not embedded in a Kabuki play? It's very simple in this theater. Look at the curtain. If you see a red curtain that goes up and down, those are independent dances. If you see a curtain that goes from one side to the other and it's pulled by a person, that's a Kabuki curtain, and it has 3 colored stripes, black, green, and orange. As soon as you see that, we're into the Kabuki portion of our evening. So finally, I'd like to ask you, in the way that Kabuki actors do in Japan, to support our PSU students. And I ask from one corner of the, one edge of the house to the next, to do this. Sumi kara sumi made PSU Kabuki yakusha no hoshien go hiiki wo onegai moshigemasu.
It's a dance Michael performed frequently, both on stage and in favorite rooms. Do you know who Michael are?
No, I don't.
They're young women aged 15 to 20. They perform traditional dance and music and serve drinks at banquets. They wear white makeup and wear splendid kimono.
That sounds quite special.
Yes. Michael often called the symbols of Kyoto. You'll see dance students, not real Michael. They'll be wearing a splendid kimono, but not white makeup. The dance, Yahouta, represents the 4 seasons of Beyond, Kyoto's traditional entertainment history. 2 students each will dance the first 3 seasons, and then they all come together to dance winter. You can see the lyrics translated to English in your programs. Please, have a seat.
see it. Come, John. Let's go to Kabuki tonight. We can get late dinner after the show.
That's amazing. We'll go see Kabuki. Thank you for this opportunity. Of course. Just take bus 201. Go through Beyond and places you right into the Minutes Theater. Enjoy the show tonight. And give me some congratulations on your graduation. Thank you. All right, Grant, let's go see Kabuki.
Sardine selling trade to that boy of mine, and I came around to see how business is going. Tell me, is Sarugenji doing well?
Well, I don't know, Mars.
What are you trying to say?
Well, what I mean is, well, you see, because he's, what excellent timing! It's Sarugenji himself. Well, this is terrible, but I have some very important business to attend to, so I really must be going. But I hope to run into you again sometime soon.
What a busy fellow he is. sardine selling.
Please, just listen to what I have to say. It happened early this autumn. It was twilight, and I was selling the last of my sardines here at the Fifth Avenue Bridge, when suddenly a wicker palanquin went past, and just at that moment, a strong breeze blew from the river, and the palanquin's brocade blinds flew open. I caught a glimpse of the lady inside, and with that one look, fell hopelessly in love. Now I yearn for her day and night. Because I'm in despair, my voice has disappeared.
I see. So love sickness is the cause.
Yes, I feel so ashamed.
What a pitiful son you are. Nothing at all like your father. But it is just as I have always taught you. Yes, our guide on the path of love is none other than poetry. After all, as it says in the collection of poems, old and new, the purpose of poetry is to move invisible gods and demons and make sweet the ties, men and women. Although I'm getting on in years, I, Emina, will assist you, my son, with your love poems. I am with you, heart and soul.
Oh, Father, I'm so grateful. Be brave. But the woman I love is far above me in station. She's dwelling above the clouds, and I'm just a humble sardine vendor. No, I'm afraid mine is a hopeless love.
It might not be an impossible love. Tell me, what is the name of the woman?
I asked about her and found out who she is. She is called Hotarubi, and she lives in Gojo Higashi no Tori.
Hotarubi. Ah, Hotarubi is a courtesan.
What?
She is called Hotarubi, Firefly Flicker, because she sparkles when the night falls. She's a courtesan of great renown, known throughout the city. She truly does dwell above the clouds. It must be because I'm such an upright man that I have a son who causes me so much grief.
Does that mean she's a prostitute?
Listen, my boy. There are prostitutes. And then there are prostitutes. She does not accept customers below the rank of baron. I wonder if I can come up with a good plan.
A plan? Oh, please do, Father, please.
I can't think straight. I wonder, what would be a good plan? I've got it. This would be a good plan.
You're that old fellow I talked with before.
Hey, Rozaimon.
What's up, Son Genji?
He told me his chestnut horse had been in the service of a feudal lord, and that's given me an idea. You must impersonate a feudal lord. The lords of the nearby provinces, Hatagawa, Akamatsu, and Doi, are too well known for it to work. Of the eastern barons, Lord Utsunomiya has not yet visited Kyoto. Furthermore, I heard he'll be making his first visit very soon. We are so fortunate in our timing. You must impersonate Lord Utsunomiya.
And use this horse as your swift-footed steed.
I will lead him.
Rozaimon, you shall be my chief retainer.
And for the servants and attendants to accompany the lead actors,
Yes, we're fortunate to have fellow fishmongers. We'll have each of our comrades play roles as soldiers, servants, and so on.
speed is of the essence, my son. No, Lord Utsunomiya.
of you who are here live, take advantage of our 15 to 20-minute intermission. For those of you watching live stream, you don't have to just take off 20 minutes, you get more entertainment. You're going to see Kyogen plays that were performed by our students last year at about this time. So our 2021 Kyogen show. We're going to show probably 2 plays during the course of the intermission. As soon as the intermission is over, I apologize to those of you watching live stream. We will terminate the broadcast whenever intermission ends and bring you back to our live Kabuki production. So those of you who are watching live stream will now see 2 plays. Kyogen, Yokai, Voices at the Gate, and then you're going to see the Mountain Wizard and the Crab, and maybe part of the Mountain Wizard and the Persimmons in Japanese. The rest of you, enjoy your intermission. Voices at the Gate is our first play, and Yokai is one of my favorite plays. I'm not going to say too much about this one because I've been talking for a long time, but it's full of the playfulness and the hyperbole that are true of so many Kyogen plays. So now, please, wherever you're watching this from, whether you're in America, Japan, anywhere, sit back and enjoy some Kyogen plays, beginning with Voices at the Gate.
I'm a man who lives in this neighborhood. I have a servant named Taro Kaja. Some time ago, he left my house without asking my permission and without telling me where he was going. And now he's been away a long time. Someone told me that he returned to his own home last night. But he is still yet to report here for work. I will now call my second servant, Jiro Kaja, and ask him if this news of Taro's return is true. Hey! Jiro Kaja! Jiro Kaja! Are you there? Are you there?
I am before you.
I'm glad you came so quickly. I didn't call you about anything special. Is the news of Taro's return home true?
I heard that rumor too, but I haven't seen him yet, so I can't say for sure.
Well, if that is so, let's go to his house. If that scoundrel is home, I'm going to give him a real piece of my mind. Jiro, you come with me.
Yes, sir.
Come along, come along.
I'm following. I'm following.
You know what I think about that scoundrel, Taro? If only he had given me the courtesy to ask my permission, I would have given him a 5 or 10-day vacation. But just to go off like that without asking my leave, why, that is the behavior of an utterly worthless scoundrel.
It's just as you say, sir. He is an entirely useless scoundrel.
Well, look at this. We've made such good progress while we were walking. We arrived at his house. You go over and call him to the gate.
Yes, sir. Hello? Is anybody home?
What's this? I hear a familiar voice calling at the gate. And there's no doubt about it. That's Jiro Kaja's voice. Recently, certain circumstances forced me to leave my master's house before I had time to ask for his permission, and I've had to spend a long time out of town. Last night, I was finally able to return home, but I'm sure that my master has come here this morning to scold me. For today, I'll just pretend like I haven't come home yet.
Is Mr. Taro Kaja at home? Is he there?
Mr. Taro Kaja is away from home.
Then who is that speaking with me right now?
I am Taro's next door neighbor, and I'm looking after his house while he is away. If you have a message for him, please convey it to me.
There's no need for that. If Taro is out, I'll be headed home.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
That was Jiro, all right, but my trick worked, and he thinks I'm not at home.
Master, sir, someone told me that Taro is away from home.
Yes, someone did say that, but I do believe that voice was Taro's. Don't you think so too?
Now that you mention it, it did sound a lot like Taro's voice.
This time I'll call him out to the gate using a fake voice.
That's a fine idea.
Hello, is anybody home?
Someone is calling again at the gate. And there's no doubt about it, that's the voice of my master. All right, I'll do what I did before. I'll use a fake voice and pretend like I'm not at home.
Is Mr. Taro Koja home? Please, I'd like to speak with him.
Mr. Taro Kaja is away from home. If you have a message for him, please convey it to me.
That was the master, all right. But my trick worked, and he thinks I'm not at home.
Wouldn't you know it? He used a false voice again to pretend he's not at home.
You're exactly right. That's exactly what he did.
I want to get him to come out of that house. I wonder what we should do.
Yes, I wonder what we should do. I know. This time, I'll try to get him to come out by speaking in samurai ballad recitation style.
That's a fine idea. Give it a try.
Yes, sir. Is Mr. Taro Kaja
This time, Jiro's
home?
calling me in valid
Is
recitation style.
Mr.
Hoping to trick me into
Taro
admitting that I'm
Kaja
home. All right,
home?
I'll sing back
If
in
you
valid
are
recitation
in
style
fact
to pretend
at
that I'm away from
home,
home.
I would like to speak. With you.
Taro Kaja's not at home. He's certainly away from home. If you have a message for him, I'd be happy. To send it off.
in ballad recitation style.
Yes, this time he did say he is away from home, speaking in a fine ballad recitation style. This time I'll try to get him to come out by singing in a hip-hop style.
That's a great idea.
Ayo, listen up. Is the man Mr. Taro Is the man Mr. Taro home? If you are, in fact, at home, I would like to speak with you all alone. Yeah. I said, is the man Mr. Taro home? Is the man Mr. Taro home? If you are, in fact, at home, I would like to speak with you all alone. Yeah.
Taro is not at home. He's most certainly away from home. If you have a message for him, I would be happy to send it off with you. This time I tricked him into thinking I'm away from home by singing in hip-hop style.
This time he told me he's away from home, speaking in a fly hip-hop style.
You're right. He told you he was away from home, speaking in hip-hop style. Why don't I try to get him to come out by singing in Kyogen dance lyric style?
That's a fine idea. Give it a try.
Yes, sir. Is Mr. Taro Kaja home?
Is
Mr. Taro Kaja
This is getting more and more fun all the
If you
time.
are in fact at home, I would like to speak with you.
Taro Kaja's not at home. He's certainly away from home. If you have a message for him, I'd be happy to send it off.
Sir, don't you think this is getting to be a lot of fun?
It sure is. This time let's sing and dance the lyrics, adding rhythm to the song.
Yes, sir.
Kono Shakia, Shakia, Shaki, Shaki, Shakia. Is Mr. Taro Kaja home?
This time they're both
Is
calling me
Mr.
dance
Taro
lyric style.
Kaja
This is turning into quite a
If
party.
you are at home, we would like to speak with you.
Taro Kaja's not at home. He's certainly away from home. If you have a message for him, I'd be happy to send it off.
Is Mr. Taro Kaja home? Is Mr. Taro Kaja home? If you are in fact at home, we would like to speak with you.
Taro Kaja's not at home. He's certainly away from home. If you have a message for him, I'd be happy to send it off.
Is Mr. Taro Kaja home? Is Mr. Taro Kaja home? If you are in fact at home, we would like to speak with you.
Taro Kaja's not at home. He's certainly away from home. If you have a message for him, I'd be happy to send it off.
We would like to speak with you.
Taro Kaja's not at home.
We would like to speak with you.
Taro Kaja's not at home.
We would like to speak with you.
Taro Kaja's not at home.
We would like to speak with you.
Taro Kaja's not at home.
We would like to speak with you.
Taro Kaja's not at home.
Hey, you're Taro Kaja.
He's the Taro Kaja.
Now we are preparing another play. It's called Kani Yamabushi, the Crab and the Mountain Wizard. The characters you saw in the last play, they're characters in medieval Japan you could encounter every day, a master and his two servants. And in fact, in Kyogen, 90% of the plays are characters from everyday life. There's a couple of characters you don't see every day in the upcoming play. The first is our yokai, and those of you who know Japanese culture know a little bit about yokai. They are sort of small-scale monsters of every sort. They date all the way back to Japan's classical and medieval periods. And I want to tell you a little bit about yokai as they're preparing this play. In the medieval period, there were basically two kinds, a rei and a sei. And the rei could also be called ryo. And that was the spirit deriving from a human being, like a ghost, or an ikiryo could be an evil spirit emanating from someone who was alive that could leave their body and cause great harm. The sei is what we're at with today, and the sei is a nature spirit. A nature spirit comes from nature and takes on either human or quasi-human form. Why would a natural being want to take on human form? There are many different motives for this. The most benign is they want to live like human beings for a little while because they think that kind of life is more attractive than their lives in nature. For example, a well-known one is the spirit of a wisteria blossom. Would love to have romance and love and becomes a beautiful young girl, takes on that form. Or they might want to trick people and get something out of them. We're going to see that a little later in the program. And foxes and badgers were famous shape changers, and that's why they would become human-looking. The scariest sei were the ones that wanted to cause large-scale harm to the Japanese. The biggest one in the Noh drama is the great earth spider who's like a huge monster spider that wants to conquer Japan. Their goals were to destroy a political entity like Japan or a domain, or to attack Buddhism itself. That's sort of what we have today in the next play, except it's a little smaller scale. It's not all of Buddhism that it's after. And the other thing is that as scary as those are, Kyogen is all about turning things upside down. Our sympathy may wind up with the sei and not with the Buddhist priest. Who is our Buddhist priest? This time he's a Yamabushi, a mountain wizard. Mountain wizards are great heroes in the Noh drama when they exorcise sei and rei, right? That are causing great harm. In Kyogen, which turns everything upside down, we're not going to be so impressed with this mountain wizard who's an arrogant, incompetent fellow. And we're going to see him take on the sei of a crab. All right, we need a stage assistant for this, so I'm going to get in the stage assistant's position, at least for part of the play, and then we will begin.
Heading to Mount Omine and Kazuraki. Heading to Mount Omine and Kazuraki. To my home temple I go, homeward bound. Homeward bound. I hail from Black Feather Mountain in the north, a wizard great in magical power. I have just finished my training at the 2 sacred peaks to the south, and now I'm on my way home. Porter, Porter, are you there?
I am before you.
Good, you came quickly. It's time for us to return home. Have you finished all the preparations?
I have finished the preparations and am ready to depart.
In that case, follow me. Come along, come along.
I'm following. I'm following.
Tell me, good Porter, what is my reputation in the world?
They say you are living through dough, a Buddha incarnate.
I see. If I am a living Kudo, then that must mean you must be one of his heavenly attendants, Kongara or Seitaka.
I suppose you can call me that.
Look, we've come so far while we were walking that now we've arrived at a vast marshland. I wonder what's the name of this marsh.
Yes, I wonder what the name of this marsh could be.
I think I know. This must be Crab Marsh in Omi Province.
Yes, it must be Crab Marsh.
Uh-oh, look. We've come all this way, and now, all of a sudden, the sky is filling with black clouds. It seems as if the far-off mountains are rumbling. We'd better not stay out here in the open.
I think that's a good idea.
Let's get to a village as soon as we can. All right, come along, come along.
I'm following. I'm following.
I certainly hope nothing bad happens to us before we get to the village.
I certainly hope not.
Something's there.
Right. Something or other has appeared.
I wonder if there's another way to take around here.
I know which way I'm going.
Wait a moment. Just wait. What dishonor it would be if people were to say that I didn't confront a strange creature in Crab Marsh.
I don't think that's necessary.
If you're afraid, then go over there and stay out of the way.
Yes, Master.
Hey there. You over there. What are you?
2 eyeballs pointing towards heaven.
What?
1 shell just above the ground.
What?
3 legs, 2 legs, small legs, 8 legs. Go left, right, left, scuttling along. I am the spirit of this creature.
What's that? Big legs, 2 legs. Small legs, 8 legs. Going left, right, left, scuttling along. Ah, that must mean you're a crab spirit.
Yes, it must be a crab spirit.
Hey there, crab spirit. Why are you confronting us like this?
You are so proud of the powers of your Buddhist prayer. I have come here expressly to destroy your power.
Did you think that a measly crab can diminish my powers? Did you hear what it just said?
Yes, I heard it.
What a miserable, hateful creature it is.
It's just as you say. He's a miserable upstart. I'll use this pole, smash its shell, and we'll eat it as a side dish with our dinner.
No, there's no need to go that far. We'll just make it angrier.
If you're so afraid, stay over here, out of the
Now mountain wizards get our name because we sleep in mountains and moors. We are mountain wizards. Pretty impressive, eh?
This hurts! Ow, ow, ow!
Now behold the wizard's cap. Take a foot-long scrap of cloth and dye it black. Pleat it tight and make a loop, and you have a wizard's cap. Now behold the wizard's beads, a fine crystal rosary. It is not. Just collect seeds off the ground, string them together like this, and you have a rosary. With this rosary in hand, when I chant my wizard's prayers, behold the power of my faith. Mumble.
Man.
repeating and matching first and last verses of the poem. We've had feudal lords and other high-ranking customers, but we've never played the show matching game. I've heard that it is about the only thing that princesses have to do to while away their boredom. It seems like an interesting game. Girls, shall we imitate princesses and try playing it ourselves this evening? That's a fine idea. All right, spread them out. Make sure everybody gets a turn. It's all the way down, all the way down. So we'll have some too, okay? All right, let's begin. Even though I see you in my dreams, morning after morning, you are nowhere to be seen. What is it? There it is. The last verses. If only I could depart my own body. Oh. Next, I'll be the last verse first. As the wind blows and blows, they scatter in disarray.
I wonder if this is the first verse. I wonder who that unknown servant is in the spring rain. I wonder if this is the matching shell.
Yes, I'm quite bewildered. Nishikigi-san, that gardener.
What gardener?
My goodness, he's gone.
Oh, Hotarugi-san. You started out playing the shell identifying game, but have you switched to identifying your lover's servant?
No. This shell matching game is so upper crust. It's not the right game for courtesans. Let's try playing a game that's more fun. Oh, that's a fun game. Oh, I was having so much fun. We never fought anymore. Oh, I like this game.
Now, this is no time to be arguing. You've already heard that Lord Utsunomiya is coming to visit Kyoto from the East Country. Well, they say he's already here and he'll make a ceremonial call on the court this morning. He'll be here soon. There's much to do in order to get this room ready for him. Go to your own rooms and prepare yourselves. Let's show him how beautiful the finest courtesans in Kyoto can be.
You're always so concerned about how I feel. I'm so happy that you care.
Of course. Now, Hotarugi, you too should go inside and get ready.
Hi!
Good and bad fortune are so completely beyond our control.
been to this neighborhood since I took religious vows, but my legs seem to remember the way all by themselves. My legs, stop walking so happily. You mustn't resist the progress of age. Hello? Anyone home?
Well now, if it isn't Mr. Hail to the Buddha Abhina, what an unexpected visit. Please, come in, come in.
Thank you very much. My apologies for having been out of touch for so long.
It has been such a long time, and your visit is so unexpected. I thought that weasels never took the same path twice. Where is it that you are going? Certainly you must have taken a wrong turn somewhere and lost your way.
Please, don't talk like that. You can see I have taken religious vows. It would be far worse if I were to forget my obligations to the Buddha and the canon. One can never do as one pleases in this floating world.
At least you aren't using your age as an excuse. Clever the little one, aren't you, Abhina?
Not at all. Today I'm here as sort of a forerunner for a festival carriage. You see, recently, I was in the East Country on business. While I was there, Lord Utsunomiya approached me with a personal request. He said during his upcoming trip to Kyoto, he wished to visit this establishment and meet the renowned Otarubi. He asked me to arrange everything for him. I heard he'd already made his formal calls this morning. So, I put these old legs in motion and came here to give you some advanced warning.
Thank you for taking the trouble to come all this way, but everything is already in readiness for his lordship's arrival. So please, set yourself at ease on that score.
I'm so relieved to hear you say that. Since all is ready, and after so long a time apart,
let us burn incense to the Bodhisattva sitting side by side.
And intone the Amida Buddha Sutra.
Make way for Lord Utsunomiya!
My goodness, his lordship is already here.
I think we had better prepare.
For his arrival.
This is the establishment at 5th Avenue and Higashino Toei!
Ah! Kyoto looks just as prosperous as I thought it would.
Let's go. Come forward. That's a good looking horse.
Fine-looking horse.
Are you all right, my lord?
Oh, yes!
Be gentle. Be sensitive. I'm just excited to see the
His lordship has arrived. Go to the storehouse and bring our finest sake cup, the lacquer one with crickets and autumn grasses on it. Tell the courtesans to come out at once and bring the sake and dishes that were prepared for his retainers. Quickly! Quickly!
our establishment. To begin, please partake of sake served in our finest cup. Now then, is there anyone among my ladies that you particularly have in mind? I would be pleased to present her to you.
I have long heard of Hotarubi, a courtesan so famous, her name is well known even in the far-off East Country. Which of you is Hotarubi? Since you're all so remarkably beautiful, I can't tell which of you she is.
Sir, I am not Hotarubi.
So you are Hotarubi.
No, it is I who is Hotarubi.
So you are Hotarubi.
There now, girls, stop your teasing. Your lordship, Hotarubi is not yet with us.
What? Hotarubi isn't here?
I'm here and will join you right now.
I am Hotarubi, the courtesan
Well, if that's what you'd like.
This will be painful.
He sits in formal posture to begin his tale.
And so it came to pass that near the beach at Akashi, in a splendid full suit of armor, bound with scarlet cords, Red Snapper Akasuke raised a great war cry. You who flee before me are none other than Osuke of the Longfins. Come back, return and fight like a fish.
When he was called back, Osuke feared to dishonor his name, and he turned his head around in the waves. As he approached, Snapper's soldiers drew their bows all the way, shouting, shoot him in the fin, knock it off of him. Swimming to the they wrapped home in the surf, surrounded by oysters and lamb samurai.
Who scattered hither and thither in fear. Let's grapple again, shouted Snapper and Flounder. Then a wave threw them both up upon the beach.
All covered in sand. They fought on and on and on, and then Osuke suddenly said, "Now I see my chance." Taking aim, he pulled the string, the singing arrow hit its mark. The shaft penetrated deep beneath Snapper's dorsal fin. Akasuke fell suddenly. It was a mortal wound. His vassal was lay priest Father Octopus. Snapper lay his fish head down on Octopus's lap.
If you have last words to say while you yet live, entrust them to me, the Octopus Priest.
Through his tears, Akasuke spoke.
My dear wife knows that this is the fate of a warfish, but my children are still just roe inside her womb. I so wanted to see my children alive in this world, just one time.
Like this, gradually, Snapper expired.
And so it was that I truly learned the cruelty of war.
So goes
was his first taste of combat. You were just a little child then, so of course you haven't heard of it.
Well, I would be happy to share a drink with the Baron, but I know I'm not the one he desires. Oh, poor Megan.
I think we should leave these two alone out here. Come, let's go and enjoy the party inside.
Your Lordship! Your Lordship! Oh, it seems he's fallen asleep. I'm embarrassed to admit this, but in this hard life I lead, all the men I've met have been like demons. Now I realize that, for the first time, I'm lucky enough to be with a kind and charming customer. And what happens? You ignore me and fall into a drunken sleep. How can you be so heartless?
I'm sorry, Genji, from our country inlet in the province. By my sardine.
My goodness, he seems to be talking in his sleep. I couldn't quite hear what he said, but I think he spoke another woman's name. What a hateful man you are. If you're going to talk in your sleep, at least speak loud enough so I can hear you.
I'm sorry, Genji, from by my sardine.
What was that? Oh, you've fallen asleep again, haven't you?
I'm sorry, Genji, from our Kyogen inlet in the province again. By my sardine.
My goodness, that was strange. The Baron shouted some sort of ventor's cry. Something about the province of Ise. I do hope he does it again so I can figure out what he's saying.
I'm sorry, Genji, from our Kogi inlet in the province of Ise. By my sardine.
What? I know that. That's the spiel of a sardine seller. Could that mean that... Now that I think about it, he does seem to smell a bit like sardines. What an unexpected aroma his perfume sachet has. Come now, Sardine Lord. I'd like to ask you some questions. Please wake up.
I was in heaven while I slept. And I'm still in heaven even now that I'm awake. I sure hope this isn't a dream.
Oh, come on, please wake up, please. You were talking in your sleep so loudly they could hear it all over the city.
What? Did you say I was talking in my sleep?
Yes, and I'd like to ask about what you said.
What do you want to ask?
You're really a sardine seller, aren't you?
What? A sardine seller? Now then, what do you mean by making making such an outrageous statement to Utsunomiya no Danjo, renowned baron of the East Country. A sardine, sir? What sort of thing might that be? This is the first time I have heard of such a thing since the day they cut my umbilical cord. A sardine, sir.
In that case, let me ask you some questions about what you said in your sleep. First, what do you mean by Kabuki Inlet?
Kabuki Inlet? Yes! I enjoy poetry, and it appears I have recited poetic places in my sleep. At Kabuki Inlet, where girls gather wood for salt fires, you cast your net again and again, they will appear. I was thinking about that poem when I talked in my sleep.
All right, but what does Sarugenji mean?
Yes! Saru Genji! Oh! I know. It is from the poem. Like the willows at Sarusawa Pond, I'll take a tangled strand of hair from my sleeping sweetheart as a keepsake. Even in my sleep, I said I could love none other than you. But you're subjecting me to such a strict interrogation.
I have just one last question for you. In your sleep, you said, "Buy my sardine." What sort of poetic origin do those words have?
Now then, the words "buy my sardines" that I said in my sleep.
Yes, buy my sardines.
Well, buy my sardines?
Yes, buy my sardines.
Buy my sardines?
Well, tell me what they mean.
What those words mean. Yes! That's right. Long ago, the poetess Izumi Shiki was about to eat a stinky sardine, the fish called iwashi. Just at that moment, her lover, the courtier, Yasumasa, arrived. Izumi was embarrassed and hurriedly hid the iwashi. When Yasumasa asked her what she had just eaten, she answered with this poem. When one thinks of the nation of Japan, surely none of its people have failed to visit Iwashi Mizu Shrine. How cleverly she concealed her wish for him to ignore the Iwashi using the name of the shrine. Yasumasa was impressed. His face revealed his sympathy for her, and he answered her poem thus. Since it is a medicinal fish that warms the body and improves one's looks, by all means, you should partake. And so it was that a fish go-between secured a love that grew even closer over time. I'm so inspired by this happy love affair that I must have spoken about it in my sleep.
There could never be a sardine seller who knows poetry as well as you do. I suppose, then, that you must be the true Lord Utsunomiya no Danjo.
That's right. I'm Utsunomiya no Danjo, the genuine article.
Then you're not a sardine seller!
Why are you crying?
Why shouldn't I be crying? I thought you were a sardine seller, and it turns out you were really and truly the Baron.
But why would that make you cry?
I have good reason to feel the way I do.
hear your story too. Please, tell it to me.
Since you are who you are, I guess I'll tell it to you too.
I will never forget it. It was 10 long years ago.
I was born the daughter of the Lord of Tonkaku Castle in the province of Ki. When I was a young girl, I climbed to the highest tower and gazed all around at the scenery.
Far away, off in the distance, out on the high road, I spotted a person carrying some sort of heavy load. Though far away, his voice was so beautiful.
Buy my sardines! Buy my sardines!
This is what he cried. Suddenly my heart took flight with powerful yearning. I stole out of the castle through a secret passageway. I rushed out into the world, following the voice.
need a sardine seller. Because he so wished to meet you, our plan was to turn him into a counterfeit baron. He is a fine young man who loves poetry and is himself an excellent poet. And now the master has told me all about you and who you are.
I am dressed as a lord's retainer, but really I'm a horse trader. For my horse became useless to my friend, I joined the plot and became a fake samurai. So, are you really the sardine vendor?
Yes! I carry my load like this! And I travel the countryside shouting, I'm Saru Genji from Kogi Inlet in the province of Ise! Buy my sardines!
How can I ever express my thanks?
From this day forward, you are my wife.
Can this be a dream? I'm so happy!
But it will cost 200 pieces of gold to redeem her.
This is a real problem.
What can we do to raise so much money?
Make way! I have urgent business at this house.
We're here by Saru Genji. I need our master, Lord Danjo.
Out of my way, or I'll give you a taste of my skill.
God, he's got a real sword. What are you gonna do?
Well, are we men or are we flounders?
We're men, and we'll fight like men, right?
witnessed everything from my hiding place in the shadows. I have also captured these false samurai. Now, I must beg you to return to Tonkaku Castle at your earliest possible convenience.
Aren't you the gardener who was here earlier?
Yes, my true name is Yabukuma Jirota, and I am a retainer of your clan. Your father and mother ordered me to search for you. I disguised myself as a gardener and sneaked into this establishment to spy it out. We can ascertain your identity for certain using this inscription. If it matches the inscription known to be on the miniature Kenon figurine that the princess had in her possession, then you are the true princess.
I have the Kano figurine right here.
Yes, they do indeed match.
Since they match, return the figurine to me.
Oh!
Now then, Jirota, since you've urged me to return to the castle, I assume you've brought with you the money necessary to pay off my contract. Am I correct?
Yes, my lady, I have 250 gold coins right here with me.
Then be a good fellow and pay 200 gold coins to the master of this establishment.
Yes, my lady.
Receipt of these 200 gold ryo relieves Hotarumi of all debts, service, and obligations to me and this establishment.
This is wonderful. That's not all. Give the remaining 50 gold coins to this horse trader.
Why on earth would I do that?
Do you mean to challenge your master? Mr. Rokurozaemon, you have just sold your chestnut horse.
Oh, thank you so much.
My goodness, there's no telling what she'll do next.
Now then, Jirota, untie the false samurai.
Yes, my lady, but why
I
on
ordered
earth?
you to untie them, so untie them at once.
Oh! Yeah!
Master,
parent, Tonjo, but a sardine vendor with a beautiful voice. Thank you so much for all you've done to help me these past years.
Hotarubi, we are so happy for you.
Tombo, you are a wonderful little sister. But now you must be Usugumo's sister. Do everything she tells you, and you'll be fine.
Hi. But I will miss you, Hotarubi-san.
Don't worry, Hotarubi. I'll make sure that she becomes a courtesan who's as kind and beautiful as you are. I'm counting on you, Usugumo, and all of you. Be well, and may good fortune come to you all. Now then, Jirota, tell me, are my father and mother both well?
Yes, my lady, both are enjoying excellent health.
In that case, I want you to convey to them exactly what I am about to tell you. I, Hotarubi, am going to marry this sardine seller. It is a wifely commandment that once a woman leaves her parental gate, she must never again return home. In the future, I will go with my honored husband to sell sardines in the province of Ki. I will call out, "Buy sardines!" beneath Tonkaku Castle. Please tell my parents that at that time, they should stand high on the castle tower and they can see me. Now then, my husband, let us be on our way.
Princess, I won't let you.
Out of my way! Out of my way! Out of my way! Out of my way!
You bring heaven and earth upside down, Princess! Princess, please don't go through with this!
Kneel before me and move no further. Kneel, I say! And wife. Please, teach me your sales call.
All right. You carry your load like this. Stamp your right foot and extend your left. Flip your sleeve, and then you call out, "I'm from a Kogi inlet in the province of Ise. Buy my sardines."
Carry my load like this, stamp my right foot, extend my left, flip my sleeve, and then call out, "I'm from a Kogi inlet in the province of Ise. Buy my sardines."
Wow.
Come on, everybody. Why don't we all give it a try?
Everybody. You carry your load like this. Stamp your right foot and extend your left. Flip your sleeve, and then you call out, "I'm from Kogi inlet in the province of Ise. Buy my sardines."
matching shells and their poems.
The dish accompanying our nuptial sake
will be 2 sardines laid side by side, and the heads and tails auspiciously left on.
What good fortune for you to be able to say farewell to the pleasure district.
This is all too cruel!
Yes, today we have seen the secret of the magnificent art of buying and selling merchandise, of the power of poetry and true love.
Japanese studies at its most spectacular, I think. There's one more show left, probably 20 or 30 seats, maybe 100. Tell your friends to come tomorrow to the matinee if they haven't seen it yet. And now one more big round of applause.